bit tender after a football game last night.
So what was the score? Can you tell us
I can't tell. You would need to ask the football guys what the score was and who got the winner. So I couldn't possibly say.
Sounds like a liquid thinker. Did he break a leg or something? Was he alright?
I think he tore his Achilles.
Did he?
When you playing up the rugby?
Well, the worry is we might lose at rugby. I thought we'd lose pretty heavily at football. James McFadden was playing for them as well, so it was a pretty good team they had it. No, for them. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
On modesty apart, who's the best player? Who's your best player, that is?
Who's our best player? They're definitely not me. Mike Blair was pretty good, although around the goal not so good. The players did a review of our performance today, so picking on the head coach mainly for his work rate. Mike's finishing. Sean Lambert was quite a good goalkeeper, and Big Al was the rock in defence. I can see why he chose rugby 15 years ago.
Alright, thanks everybody. Should we get underway with the broadcast on an agency, thanks.
Yeah, you said you kind of mapped out what teams were going to roughly be playing in each game. How closely does this selection bear resemblance to what you had in your mind before the autumn test started?
Before the autumn test started, maybe 80%. We obviously picked up 2 or 3 injuries since we announced that squad back 3 or 4 weeks ago. Before last week, it's pretty close. There was a few discussions around players who played really well over those first 2 games that maybe weren't in the reckoning at the beginning, and that's been great. I think the depth that has been created over the last 2 weeks has made it tougher for us to put out what we believe is our best team this week. And your best team is a concept. Obviously, there's going to be some players that are suited to a certain opposition, or are fresher this week, or combine better with the player beside them. And we've got those options, so it could easily be in a different team, and we'd still be believing that's the best team this week.
You look at the bench, a lot of mobility, a lot of threats there. How important are they going to be, and how important is the final phases of this test going to be?
Yeah, massively. I think our bench have made really good impacts the last 2 weeks. Down in Wales, that was probably our best section of the game, the last 15-20 minutes, and last week we scored 19 points in the last 20 minutes, and our bench obviously were a big part of that. To beat one of the top teams in the world, you need an 80-minute performance. You need to be at your best at the beginning, and at a same level, or playing at a same speed at the end of the game, especially against a team like South Africa, who can wear you down, who've got huge strengths around the set piece, their physicality, their big ball carriers, so we've got to make sure they are tired as we go into the last 20 minutes.
Is this one of the most physical challenges that the guys will face?
Yeah, it's number one. I think we get physical challenges in the Six Nations every year with the likes of England and France, and in recent seasons Ireland have really posed a physical challenge. But I'd imagine if you ask any coach in World Rugby who's the team that provides the biggest challenge in the game physically with your forwards, it'll be South Africa, and it always has been. They've definitely evolved their game over the last couple of seasons and since Rassie has taken over, but they've not gone away from their forward pack. They select the biggest, strongest men they can find.
Hugh Jones comes back in. You made the point that it was always planned that he would not play the 4 games. Has he needed a bit of picking up after Wales? You said he'd come in and put his hand up to a couple of defensive mistakes. Do you sense he's got a bit between his teeth to go out and show what he's all about this week?
Yes, it's a great game for him. He played 2 or 3 seasons in South Africa. He'll know a few of their players. He's getting to play in a massive game at BT Murrayfield. He's fresh. He did train last week and has really been decisive in training. I felt last year when we saw him play well, or you guys saw him play well in the the 80 minutes for Scotland, a lot of that was to do with how he trained, and this week he's been really sharp. Can't wait to get on the ball.
In the last couple of years, Scotland have had a string of really impressive results against the world's top teams. Where would a win over this Springboks team, given what they've done recently, rank amongst those?
Well, yeah, given what they've done recently, probably it would be our biggest win in the last couple of years. Obviously England stands out as such a memorable win, and the fact that they'd won so many games in succession, and that trophy we play for makes it even more special. But I just feel that South Africa now are in the top 2 or 3 teams in the world, and how they've played against the best teams in the world. So going to New Zealand and beating them, almost beating them a second time, showing what they were capable last week against France, coming from behind and getting a great win. They are going to be a very tough team to beat.
Do you think this would top the Calcutta Cup?
We'll see. Obviously the performance that day was excellent, from an attacking point of view in the first half, and also a control, a belief and defensive point of view in the second half. So results and performances go together. Obviously we'd take any result which is a win, but if it combines with seeing the players playing at the best, then that makes it even more special.
Given your performances against the top nations of the world and home records, what are your expectations for this game, and what do you rate your chances?
Well, we believe we can win. We come together at the beginning of the week to map out a strategy to win, to put a team together. We believe that the best that can put us in a position to win, and this is our job as coaches and players to get a win for our country. And we're helped by the fact that in the last couple of seasons at BT Murrayfield, the crowd have gave us such a boost. The players have played close to their best potential in those games, so the energy they bring into the game at home is excellent. And also the challenges that we've faced at home against some of the best teams in the world, we've seen better performances from our players. We've risen up to the challenge, and that's all we're looking to do this week. Play to our best.
Can you go as far as say you feel like your favourites for the game?
No, next question.
Sam Skinners, you've shifted him to the back row. What was your thinking behind that?
Well, it was an option. It was an option that grew in our minds when Blade Thompson picked up an injury on the back of Magnus Bradbury, Dave Denton, and a couple other guys picking up injuries. Jamie Ritchie played really well at 6 against Wales, and then was even better at 7 against Fiji. I think having a third game on the bounce at the start was something that was in our minds. Seeing Sam perform so well at the weekend, and knowing that he is a very strong set piece forward, which will help our line out options, but also give us that extra bit of weight and line out defence when they throw their maul against us, which no doubt they'll do. That's what gave him the edge this week. Jamie and Josh on the bench, those are 2 guys who have played well for us in the last couple of games. Josh obviously made a great impact last week, so something similar would be excellent. And Jamie has been very consistent over the last 2 games for us, but also this season with Edinburgh.
You said at the weekend that you felt the teams had to step up from performance against Fiji if you want to get a result this weekend. What are the areas you think that you need to be stronger in and improve on?
Oh, there's lots, and it's because of the opposition. We know things that we got away with against Fiji, or we had more time in the ball against Fiji to do things. That won't happen this week. So detail on our depth, our lines, our decision making, will just have to be that much better. We'll have to be more focused on where we're going to play and how we execute things, because the defence that we're up against is one of the best in the world.
Stuart Hogg's move to Exeter was confirmed at the weekend. You've spoken previously about the importance of keeping players in Scotland, but when you look at that move, is that a good move for Stuart?
Let's hope so, yeah. Look, we've known about it a few weeks, and it's great that his future has been sorted. I think Glasgow obviously have been aware of this for a few weeks too, and as much as we'd like him to stay in Scotland, the best decision now is at least he's made a decision, and he's going to a very good club. We have a lot of respect and admiration for what Exeter have done and what they do week in, week out. They play excellent rugby, a fantastic culture. So Stuart's going to a very good club. It's important now that when he does join Exeter, I build a good relationship with Rob and Ali and the coaches down there, and we have Stuart's goals in mind of playing as well as he can for Exeter, but also for Scotland.
And yesterday we learned that we're going to see the first Scottish Players Union
Association, I think
Association,
it is. No?
Beg your pardon.
Okay.
Is that something you welcome, and how do you see that benefiting the players going forward?
Yes, I do. I believe that it's something that the players obviously want to do, and they seem unanimous in setting it up. So that's great that they've pulled together the thoughts and beliefs of all the players who have signed up to it, and they put it together, which is great. That there's an association in different countries. Obviously, some that have been there much longer in England and Ireland. And look, the organisation look forward to working with the association.
Okay, let's move on to the 10th game split.